Hello and good morning. This is Veilog entry 62 and currently it is 8:30 a.m. CST. So I finally got my packages delivered. Took a while. It's supposed to be 2 days beforehand, but like I said, they never contacted me and I put that in the instructions, but I don't know. I probably screwed up on something. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. It's gone now and hopefully nothing breaks. I really wish I put liability on that now, to be honest with you. I saw it when I was going through making the shipment, but I don't even know how much it was. It didn't display how much the liability. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was free. That doesn't make sense, right? Wouldn't they charge you for liability or do some weird shit like that? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. So I tried applying for jobs and I tried simultaneously modifying my resume and my cover letter because why not? It kind of shows that you care. I know it's kind of a scam in for most positions that I'm looking for as of now, but at least it'll show that I care, right? So yeah, I think I applied for a park position yesterday. And I also applied for a clerk position, another clerk position, and I modified that with the cover letter and whatnot, I believe. And I was also looking at the grocery position, and then for some reason I just didn't feel like doing it, so I was like, okay, fine. I think I'm getting annoyed with groceries, stores, and whatnot. Because it's like, don't you think, especially if you're getting a very basic job with a cover letter and resume, with a bachelor's degree and associates, as well as other, how many years of work experience do I have? As of now, I have oh man, how many years have I been working? I don't even know. I think I started working in 2015, so it's been about 8 years of work experience. It's been on and off, but flaky, and I would have semesters off to work on my schooling and whatnot, or vice versa, or I don't know. It was a lot of flip flopping back and forth. So whatever. There's that. I was just thinking, is like, I'm not good at I think I can be good at board games. It's more of like, the reason why I'm really bad at board games is because I'm so scatterbrained. I start thinking about other things while I'm trying to focus to play a game and whatnot, which is why I tend to play just typical video games, because it doesn't really require too much forward thinking. But if you're playing something like chess, you have to be 100% focused. But I did say I wanted to work on my focus more. So that is one way to work on my focus, by playing a highly strategical game, or at least maybe not Go, but chess, so online and whatnot, to raise my ELO. I think I could get my ELO to pretty high if I tried a little bit. I could probably get it to 1900 if I tried for a year. Is that too much? Asking too much? 1900 in a year with basically no experience. I don't know of any basic chess openings and anything like that, or endgame theories, or just nothing really. I don't know any kind of classical strategy openings and whatnot. So I mean, I've played with my dad. I've played against my brother. My brother's actually pretty damn good mid game. Like he kind of, last time I played with him was like a year ago, and we were playing on light chess or something, and I don't know, he was doing some shit that I wasn't, my brain could not compute, and then I made a lot of silly mistakes, and I don't know, he's very aggressive, so that kind of threw me off, because most people tend to be very methodical, and they do classical openings and whatnot. I don't even know any openings. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. I got him the first game I had with him. Okay, I do know an opening, and it's kind of cheesy with a Scholar's Mate, and I forgot how that works, but I got it on him somehow. He didn't see it. He knows it's not going to happen again, though, because when you say once, you're like, okay. Somebody like me, I feel like if I got mated, I'd probably forget that after, the few games, and I'd be like, oh, fuck, I did it again. Shit. just knowing me, maybe I'd probably forget. I mean, I think I should probably do that, I mean, I told myself I was going to play games, and games are cool and all, I don't know what kind of games I'd be playing. I did say I'd try playing MOBAs. I don't care about League of Legends. I try to care about it. I remember one of my friends played it back in, middle school, and he tried showing it to me, and I just could not get myself into the game. I don't know. I don't like MOBAs much. I like 3D games. If I'm gonna play a game and relax, and yeah, you know. But I'm also not. That's the other thing, is that I'm not. I say. I don't know. I sort. I've felt competitive before. You know, I'm not really that competitive. Like I won't do everything I can to win a game. I usually just do everything I can not to look dumb. You know. So I'll do like the bare minimum. It was like, okay, well, this wasn't stupid. It seems reasonable. Let's just do that. But then there are a lot of people who are really serious about games, and you know, they kind of look at all the opportunity or the trajectories in a game, and they choose the best one. And when I was like, that's too much, you know. Like I'm not that serious about games, and I've done that before. I mean, like, when I really want to win something and I want to prove that I'm actually not a complete idiot, I usually can win. It's just that, like, I actually have to try, right? And most of the time I just don't feel like trying. I'm pretty relaxed, and I'm kind of the same way with video games. Like if I'm playing like Super Smash Bros. Or something, I'm relaxing. I'm kind of playing, and I start, like, my brother gets too serious. Like usually when we're relaxed, we're both relaxed. I tend to start winning, because I don't know. Like I tend to just do things, and sometimes I just win by relaxing, and then he starts getting serious, and then I was like, oh fuck, he's getting serious. Now I have to get serious because I don't want to get destroyed. It usually starts out like that. I was like, fuck, he's getting serious now. I don't want to be serious. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm that serious of a person, you know? Like, I've tried to be serious, but I'm just not a serious person. And I mean, I'm sure that people have, I've had instances in my childhood. I would say it was partially traumatic because I remember we were playing a game. Oh, yeah, I think it was called Sequence. And I was like 10 years old or something, and I was kind of hanging out with my cousins, and they wanted me to play, and I just wasn't paying attention, and something happened, and my dad laughed at me, and I was like, oh, did I miss something? I don't know. I just tend to be spacey sometimes if I don't care about doing something, right? Like anybody else. Because at least everybody else seemed invested in the game, and I was just kind of there, right? So, whatever. It happens, I guess. You know, you can't really force yourself to do something you don't want to, right? I don't know. If I can like brainwash myself to ego trip more, then that would be nice, you know. So then I would be kind of on the same operating, you know, the same field as him, or level, you know, winning because you want to win, because you yeah, like you I don't know. But then people look at it in a more, you know, just doing better than what you did before, right? I guess that's okay. You know, you're competing against yourself, but, you know, the thing is, like, with games like that, multiplayer games, is that you're not just competing against yourself. You know, I mean, you're competing against yourself if you're playing against a computer in chess, right? Or even if you're playing chess, sort of. I mean, but you also have to consider who you're playing against if you want to play well against it, you know. I mean, sure, you can think of it as a computer. But computers tend to be traditional, but humans are not traditional. Sometimes they don't even make any fucking sense, you know. They'll do some crazy shit, and you're like, I don't know, that wasn't in the book. And yeah, and then some shit's gonna happen, and you're gonna be like, oh, well, whatever. But I guess you could still see it as a form of just growth for yourself, because of the fact that even though, yeah, sure, it may not be human, it's still within the constraints of the game. So whatever. I don't know. I was just thinking, I'm not a serious person, man. I've never been serious in my life ever about anything. And it's too draining to be serious because I just don't care, right? I don't know. I know I'm smart too, which is like, I'm just not the kind of smart person to really put too much weight on my own intelligence, I guess. Try to prove something. I say I know I'm smart. I know I'm decently smart. I don't think, I'm like above average intelligence, probably. I think I'm projecting too. I don't know. Because, like, at least people I see around here, this place that I'm at, are not really, they're a little bit dull, but it's fine. I don't mean to, like, that does sound kind of bad, but I'll be honest with you. You know, I mean, they're exceptions like anything else, but, you know, it seems like when you see the average person around here, it's like normal people, right? Okay, so Yeah, I guess I may start playing games. I just don't know what kind of games. Maybe I don't know. Maybe somebody can give me an idea. Cause my dad he kind of liked Catan, and we also played when my uncle and aunt came over, like it was like 6 months ago. Was it during the summer? May have been during the summer. Maybe like 8 months ago or some shit like that. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, so they came over and we played like this Monopoly card game, and that was fun and all. And actually, I did pretty damn. I tend. It seems like my brain works better with more complicated systems. Because I remember I was playing this game called Crown, and I mean I was doing fine, but then I was overthinking all the possibilities, and I just couldn't make a decision. So I would just like sit there looking at my cards and was like, okay, I see too many other options to make a decision, and I don't know which one is most optimal. And but then when you play Monopoly, it seems to kind of meld with my brain more because again, well, okay, it's a Monopoly card game is not complex. Isn't it was like this the rules for the card game were a little bit more complicated in comparison to Crown. I don't know what the hell, like it was a number game too, and my brain's good with number games. I don't know what the hell my head was doing, but I also wasn't paying attention. My sister was there and my brother were there, but like they were going over the rules, and I was kind of like, it was right after work too, and I was already drinking because I had to get myself to care, right? And drinking doesn't get myself to care, but at least I loosen up, and I'm a little bit more open. So I don't give a fuck if I do something dumb, right? So whatever. I don't know. I just had to. I don't know. I don't know. I try to get myself to care. And then my siblings make it look so easy. Do they care? Are they somehow forcing themselves? Are they somehow lying to themselves without even realizing they're lying to themselves? Does that make sense? I don't know. They make it look so easy. You know what I mean? They make it look so easy, and they look like they're having fun too. This happens with movies as well. Like when we're all watching a movie, I tend to just space out, just not pay attention because I don't know. I just don't care about movies much anymore. Really, I used to like them when I was younger. I like Studio Ghibli. I used to watch Wall-E a lot. Like cartoons are cool, animes were cool. And then something happened. The last movie I watched was like 3 months ago, and then I started watching Stranger Things when I first moved in here because there was that TV over there, and I was like, oh, it has Netflix. I haven't watched Stranger Things in a while, and I enjoyed myself for a little bit. But then there's something just itching in the back of my head. For some reason, I just couldn't get myself to stay in that place. So after 2 days, it's like, oh yeah, that was cool. It's a cool show, but I don't know. I don't really get excited about those kinds of things anymore. I can't I vaguely even remember what I was watching, And people would say, is that depression or dysthymia or something? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I still have some form of dysthymia. Maybe I just don't care anymore, Maybe I'm just getting older and things are starting to get more stale. I think it's probably the latter, is that things are just starting to feel more stale. I remember when I was younger, I used to like board games. I used to be pretty damn good at them too. Okay, not damn good at them. I at least strategized, and I could win a decent amount if I tried. And if I was really into it, I actually wanted to win, right? And I enjoyed them for a while. Well, sort of. The thing is, I think most of the time I was kind of pulled into it, by my siblings. And they were like, yeah, let's play a board game. Yeah. And, I'm always in my head, so daydreaming or whatever. And it was okay. It can be fun. There's some times where I enjoy myself. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't get excited. I don't get excited about things. It's so weird. I remember when I was young, I just don't I don't know. I now that I think of it, in my childhood, I never really expressed any kind of excitement or forward looking into anything, really. That's kind of weird. I don't know why I'm like that, but it's just, I always shrug. I'm like, okay, sure, we can do that. You know what I mean? And I've been like that my whole life, pretty much. So that's why my life is pretty simple, I don't really do much. Sometimes I read. I sit in my head. I write on my journal. I'm doing this now. Doing all the obligations I have to do to kind of simplify everything because I just don't get excited about things, right? I don't think about going to the mall or something with some friends and getting clothes or something like that. I don't know. I just don't get excited about a lot of things. I don't get excited about socializing with people. I don't get excited about games anymore, really. I never got excited about games. I mean, the only time I was ever explicitly excited about... Okay, I want to take that back. I was excited about Breath of the Wild. That was pretty cool because I that was integrated in my childhood for a while. Zelda games, I got excited about that. Tears of the Kingdom, I was a little bit excited, and then it kind of got stale because they had an early trailer, and then I just quit thinking about that, and I had other things kind of consume my life. So I do sort of... I don't really express a lot of excitement, not at least emotionally, but I do... I get obsessive, I guess, sort of. I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be fun to play. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I just know I get excited less in comparison to the average person when it comes to the average thing in this world that I see. So that's fine, I guess. You know, I can't expect myself to change. You know. Yeah. And my brother was excited about, you know, getting Tails. And it's like, oh yeah, that's cool, I guess. You know, I mean, I've done that already. I mean, it's just, you're just flashing an ISO into a USB and playing around with it. And he said he wants to get into network security and whatnot. So that's cool. It's awesome that he's trying something new. I don't care about net security. I mean, I was also looking at IT yesterday again because my brain works with computers pretty well. And I was looking at all the subdomains of IT, and always goes back to embedded systems. So I think I'm gonna try to do something with embedded systems because that's like the one thing that I find myself to keep going back to. I don't like graphical user interface stuff. I like hardware stuff because, well, I don't want to be the kind of person soldering wires together or anything like that, or working on a PCB because have you seen those environments before? I mean, one, the software is really complicated, and you're pretty much spending your whole time kind of, well, I mean, just designing integrated circuits. That's cool. I'd rather be working on the software that is being flashed into those integrated circuits, you know, in the microcontroller or whatever. So that would be cool, I guess. You know, firmware development, you know, writing drivers, I guess, would be interesting. It's not something I'm particularly excited about, but it's something I think I can do, you know. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm too young to not be getting excited about things. And that's why I'm trying out new things, and that's why I'm going out and trying to hang out and socialize with people to see how it goes. And most of the time, I just kind of look at them like, that's cool, I guess. You know, it's interesting. But that's as far as my excitement goes for that. It was kind of the same way with The Boy and the Hare in Studio Ghibli. I thought I'd be more excited about it, but then I kind of looked at it, and I thought I would remember more. Like, if I were actually excited about it and I was more into it, then yeah, I'm sure I probably would have been excited. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm too young to not be getting excited about anything, you know? 26 years old. You know, people talk about this when they're 30s, but 26 seems too damn young. Whatever. So I'm trying to figure out why, you know, and like, you know, I've had videos in my channel that has talked about seeing the color in the world again, and to some degree, I see it. It's just more simplistic nowadays. It's more looking at small things. Like, you know, yesterday I was walking on the beach and I was looking at the seagulls, and so, oh, that's cool. You know, seagulls are cool, I guess. I don't know. Maybe this is just a me problem. I just need to keep doing things. And I also talked to the agent guy that helped me out with this place, and he talked about this D&D place that I can try out and just hang out with people. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go. I don't know if it's I don't think it's a me problem, man. I think it's just my brain that I have, you know, and that's fine. That's fine. Maybe I need more simulation. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I mean, okay. I've experienced excitement. I don't know. Maybe it's just hard to conjure up right now because I'm thinking about it. I'm not really getting into my heart space and whatnot. But yeah, it's been hard to connect to my heart more recently, at least. But yeah, I mean, I am somewhat excited because, you know, one thing I've never really experienced before is like true romance, right? Actual romance, not some fling or a relationship you don't really want to get into because of the fact that you were indecisive about certain things and just kind of like going with the flow. I'm talking about like an actual relationship, a real one. I've never been in one, so maybe that would be cool to try out. And I did run into that girl again yesterday, and I don't know. She had like dirty clothes, and they were doing construction upstairs. So I'm assuming that she probably works for some kind of like construction contractor for this property. And we looked at each other again, and it was for like 2 or 3 seconds. I know it feels kind of like, I don't know, it's weird, but yeah, I'm I don't know, yeah. I do feel a connection with them. I'm thinking about it again. I know I do. I just right now it's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm in a weird state as of now, and I started thinking, right? I started thinking about things, and that's when I started thinking about things before I even did start doing this video log and whatnot. And I was thinking about like, mainly just my flaws. Like everybody, I'm just not a serious person, and that's fine. I'm not gonna try to be somebody else that I'm not, right? I'm meant to be a jokester, I guess. Jokester, something, I don't know. Yeah, and I also went to the gym yesterday. I went to the gym and I used one of those. I wasn't on the treadmill. It was some kind of bicycle thingy machine. So that was cool. It keeps my brain active. I feel pretty. I don't feel lethargic. I don't know. I don't feel lethargic, but I'm also not excited about anything. So it's kind of hard to be. I don't know. I'm too young, man. I'm too damn young to not be excited about anything. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's because I just had to put myself into something again to feel those emotions. It's just the fact that I'm just not doing that, right? You can't just think about emotions. That doesn't make any sense. You literally just had to throw yourself into things, right? So that's what I'm doing. Again, like I said, that's what I'm doing. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for now. Yeah, it's been about 20 minutes. I hope you guys. I mean, I could probably talk for longer if I want to, but I think I'm gonna cut it off. Bye.